Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the MJX X800 micro hexacopter. Now this is pretty cool. I'm a big fan of this one. It just looks awesome. Has these kind of cool landing legs on them, so that it kind of makes it look like the bigger one. And just like all the MJX hexes, it has the same design to it. So pretty cool look. I just really like the design and how the legs stretch out there in the back. You've got all these optional prop guards which can come off. You've got to remove the props to take off the prop guards, but they do just pop on and off. There's no screws or anything. And the landing legs also just plug on and off. You don't have to have them. You've got little landing feet here out on the motor pods too, so you can just land on those, but the landing gear just kind of looks cool, I think. The battery is it's not really built in, but it's secured in place. So you've got this little one screw hatch thing that you can unscrew and take that off, and then you can take the battery out. But normally it's just kind of made to be held in there, and then you've got the battery plugs just hanging out the back to plug them in and out. But it is a big 750 milliamp hour battery, so really big battery. You've got a USB charging cable, a full set of spare props, a screwdriver, and then there's also a prop removal tool, which is going to help, you just pry your props off to take those prop guards on and off. This transmitter is kind of like the X900, the nano transmitter. Oh, actually, no, this one's slightly different. Oh wow, I didn't even notice that. I was using the other transmitter. So the X900 transmitter has a port here with the USB that you can plug the charger into, but this one does not. So that would explain why I was using the X900 transmitter to fly this, because otherwise it's the exact same. And if you charge off of that transmitter, it takes an hour and a half to charge. But if you charge off a USB port, it only takes 35 minutes to charge. So I guess that's why they didn't include the port on this one, because it just takes so long and is going to use up your batteries. They didn't really want you to do that. So kind of interesting there, but otherwise the transmitter is the same. You've got, your low, medium, and high on the power switch. So that's a little bit awkward to try to change while you're actually flying. And then when you're in high rates, it's 100% flip mode. So anytime you give full stick input, you're going to do a flip. So that's kind of annoying. Same with the bumpers up here. These front two don't do anything. The right two bumper turns your LEDs on and off. And you've got really nice LEDs on this. So you've got, these little motor pod things, and so usually with hexes you've got one color in the front two arms and the rest are different color. Well, this has the back two arms are red, and then all the front ones are blue, and then the eyes are also blue. So kind of a little bit different there, with just the two different colors for the back arms. But you can turn those on and off with the R2 button. The left two button just does automated flips, so you press it and it'll flip one way, press it and it'll flip another way. So you don't have anything where you can just press a button and then move the stick to do a flip. You just have automated or 100% in high rates. You've got a mode 2 to mode 4 switch here, the rudder aileron. That moves your rudder control to the right stick and your aileron control to the left stick, and that's called mode 4. You've got this function button, which, just like in the Nano, I don't believe does anything. I could not figure out anything that it was doing. And if you click the right stick, that turns on the gravity sensor. So now the transmitter becomes a motion controller, where you still need to give throttle and rudder control with the left stick, but your pitch can be controlled just by tilting the transmitter around. So that's kind of cool. Just a novel little feature just for fun. Oh, and you can recalibrate it by holding both sticks down to the right. So yeah, like I said, charging time with the USB charger into an adapter or computer port is 35 minutes, and flight time with with the guards, with everything on, like you see, you get about 6.5 minute flights with a 15-second LVC warning. So pretty long flight for all this extra stuff. If you take the guards off but have the landing gear on, then you get about 7-minute and 5-second long flights. And if you take the landing gear off and the prop guards off and have it in its lightest form where you're just landing on the motor pods, then you get about 7-minute and 40-second long flights. And again, those are all have a 15-second LVC warning after it. So the longest flight time you're going to see is about 8 minutes. So that's still pretty good. I mean, especially for a hexacopter, you're running 6 motors, but you've got that big 750 milliamp hour battery that still gives you pretty good flight times. Like I said, with the Nano, the transmitter is a little bit awkward for pinchers. It's just a little, the sticks are a little short, and they're, the edge of the transmitter ends up bumping into your fingers. So it can be a little bit awkward to use as a pincher, but it does use the same protocol as all the other MJXs, so you can use this transmitter if you've got it, and then it's, more hobby grade style with the sticks on it. And then you've also got this throttle adjustment knob here where you can turn up and down how much throttle you have. So kind of interesting option there. And then again, like I said with the Nano, it's all the same color props. So I would have liked to have seen, I guess in this case, since the LEDs are just, maybe 2 red props in the back or something, I'd like to see the prop colors also change to help with orientation. And it does fly a little bit heavy. It's, it's got quite a bit of weight for its size, so it can feel a little bit clunky in the air. But still a pretty nice flyer, and I just think it's so cool looking. I mean, overall, this is just a pretty neat little hex, so I like it. Alright, so I think that covered everything. Let me check my notes here. Yep, that's all there is to say about it, so let's go take it for a flight. Alright, this is the flight review of the MJX X800 micro hexacopter. Pretty cool. I really like the look of this one, especially like the little landing gear on there. Optional prop guards. Pretty cool. Not a big fan of the transmitter though. I'll go ahead and I'm on medium rate. So start out with that. There's our yaw rate. There's low rate, yaw rate. Really slow. Then high rate, yaw rate, I don't think the rates change for high rates, it just puts it in the constant flip mode. But on medium rates, if you hit the left 2 button, it does a automatic roll or a flip there forward. Ooh, hit the edge of the counter there. So yeah, you can only do automatic forward flips when you're on medium rates. You can't do any other rolls unless you're on high rates. It flies nice though. I am a pretty big fan of this thing. Wish the yaw weight rate was a little bit faster. It's a little bit slow, but that only really matters in a small area. The thing's plenty fast enough for outdoors. The right 2 bumper turns LEDs on and off. And unlike the Nano, this has the 2 different colored LEDs in the back, on the back 2 arms instead of the front 2 arms. So that's kind of weird. And they say if you click the right stick, that's supposed to be gravity sensor mode. So I think I want to give that a shot. Let me get my trim set up here, get it nice and stable first. Alright, and click the right stick. Oh yeah, there, it works. That's pretty cool actually. So I'm not moving the right stick at all, I'm just tilting the transmitter to fly it. And you still got to use the stick for yaw, but all your pitch is with the gravity sensor. Oh, that's pretty cool. Actually haven't even tested that yet. I just now noticed that it was even available. Pretty cool. And click the stick again, I'm back to normal control. That's a nice option and actually worked pretty well. Yeah, I like this thing a lot. I mean, not only just because it looks awesome, but it actually flies really nice too. Flies a little bit heavier than your standard micro, obviously. There's two extra motors and landing gear and all that, though you can take the landing gear and prop guards off if you want. It's a little bit lighter, but yaw rate's a tad slow for flying indoors though. Can't really get a funnel going or anything like that. Do another flip. Let's bouncy landing there at the landing gear. Let's turn the lights off and see what the LEDs look like in the dark. Should shine through the arms pretty well, being it has the white body on it. Yeah, that's pretty good visibility. I'd say you could fly this thing in the dark, no problem. Guess the red in the back kind of looks like jet engine pods or something. Kind of makes sense. Plenty easy to see my orientation. The little eyes in the front help with the keeping where your front is. Yeah, not bad. Doesn't quite shine through the arms and body like I thought it would, but it does a little bit. Alright, turn the lights back on. It flies away from me. Alright. And then maybe take her for another little quick spin around the room. Alright, well I think that was really all there is to show with it. Take it in for a landing. Not bad. Well, there we go. That's the MJX X800 micro hexacopter. Pretty cool. I love the design, and then the fact that there's a nano and a micro and a mini is pretty neat. You can get the whole series. So yeah, check the video description for price and purchase link. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.